Okay, guys, it is like 12 o'clock right now. I woke up like 5 seconds ago, like literally 5 seconds ago, and as you can see, the day has dropped. Okay, the fucking day of doom and despair has come has came around. Okay, like the anti cheat update for center has dropped. So basically, if you guys want to know what this is low key a lot of shit, right? Um, you guys could just read it for yourselves. Noah, you guys could just read it for yourself because this is low key a lot of stuff and there's a lot of things going on. But I'm gonna explain basically what's going on. So this is an introduction, basically, blah blah blah, like just telling you what it is. But if you look right here, VAC would now be disabled both on our servers and for the players. Disabling Valor Anti is quite sus. Okay, it's quite sus. But let me just drop down some background knowledge to, explain why this is really like kind of a scary situation. Now, the creator of this Left 4 Dead Center and everything is Shu, right? And Shu, cool guy, right? Cool guy, right? The only issue is Shu has a little bit of history. You feel me? At least that's what we think, right? Now, keep in mind everything that I'm about to say right now is not confirmed, right? It's all speculations. Who knows, right? But Shu is a little bit of a sus guy, right? But everybody keeps it quiet because nobody wants to be on anything. You feel me? Now, could these be two different shoes that we know, right? Could this shoe be a different shoe than you know the the fucking DDoSing motherfucker some motherfuckers know him as, right? Maybe it could probably be a completely different person, right? Without him acknowledging that and shit, right? And without information being found, it's kind of a little sus. Okay, it's a little sus, right? But that's basically why we're kind of concerned because this person isn't really the most trustworthy that we know. And having an anti cheat where you have to go out of your way to download it into your computer, and then having to disable Valve anti cheat, that is crazy because that means that they couldn't find a way to make an anti cheat that goes with the Valve anti cheat. Why can't both Valve anti cheat and the anti cheat be ran at the same time? I mainly play pubs when waiting for Q to pop, and since we can't have a anti cheat with Valve anti cheat, why can't fuck? Why can't have both? Or better yet, be like CS with Overwatch. What does that even mean? I don't know what that means. But basically, I kind of agree here with Ram, bro. Ram's trying to cook him, bro. Ram's trying to cook him. Like disabling Valve anti cheat to sit in a 20-minute queue is crazy because then it's gonna start then because who knows how this thing really works. Okay, that's the very first thing, right? Nobody really knows how it works, and I'm pretty sure this whole time this anti cheat hasn't been open source. So for those who don't know what it means to be open source, so if you guys don't know what open source means, it basically means that you're open to see it essentially, right? You're able to see it and see if it has anything sus in it, right? And you guys probably thinking like, well, isn't that kind of counterproductive with anti-cheat, right? That I don't really know. I'm not a coder, right? But I wouldn't be surprised if it has been done before. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't want to really do that because Left 4 Dead players do anything they can to cheat because they're all fucking dog shit. So that's just the very first. That's like a half reason, right? It's kind of like he's very defendant on making it open source, right? But at the same time, it's kind of like I kind of understand. Now, what I don't understand though is why does Valve anti-cheat have to be disabled for this to work? And when he asked this, Shu actually responded because Valve might think that the anti-cheat is a cheat itself, and that kind of makes sense, right? But then going back to our original thing, like, was there really no way to make the anti-cheat work with Valve's anti-cheat? And honestly, the disconnect between this update, like this anti-cheat update literally just fucking dropped out of nowhere. Like I'm not even a cap. Like nobody knows. Like I'm friends with some pretty decent people, right? And I'm friends with Ram, and Ram knows some people, right? When like nothing about this really dropped. Like he was just saying, "Oh, I'm working on an anti-cheat," and then he said he's gonna make it mandatory for people who are suspicious, right? which I was completely fine with because I'm not a suspicious person, right? I'm not cheating in the game, right? So it's like, okay, yeah, make these niggas who are kind of sus, right? Use anti-cheat, right? But then he started using anti-cheat on people who just started playing, right? That were 5k MMR, and he was like, "Oh, you're probably smurfing." I'm like, how does an anti-cheat detect if someone is playing on another account? I refuse, and I think many will make the same decisions. Before this moment, we had decentralized platform where every person could make and do what he wants. That's kind of true. Now it's fully controlled with data collecting and other things. Always a bad sign. I don't want a person or group of people to see/control me, even if they don't have bad intentions. Let's see how it applies online. Anti-cheat is a big dream. If people bypass Faceit CS2's Valorant, how they won't do it similarly like for that Zoosoft. Okay, this guy I don't really understand this, but I'm assuming he's saying people will always find a way to cheat. So, and he starts like fucking liberal type shit. Anyways, right? But I kind of agree with him in some sort of way because people like me, there's a lot of people who don't really trust as anti-cheat, and there's also a lot of people. So yeah, there's a lot of people who don't trust it, right? And you know what, man? Who knows? At the end of the day, it could be like a whole backfire situation. But like, anyways, let me just keep moving on, bro. Let me just keep moving on, right? This data was the wake up call we needed to finally make a decisive move. We've come to the conclusion that an cheat free gaming environment is impossible without the requirement of all players to use anti-cheat. Over the next 4 months, we'll be rolling out a gradual transition where players will gain the required to use anti-cheat status in order to participate in Left 4 Dead 2 center lobbies. Of course, even with our active development of the anti-cheat, over time there will be cheats. Okay, but he's talking about how cheats will always be a thing. So I mean, guys, I'm probably gonna still be able to play. I'm gonna probably still be able to play Left 4 Dead Center for the next few days, right? And so you guys will be able to. But I mean, guys, don't let this video discourage you for downloading the anti cheat. You feel me, right? Don't let this video discourage you. Like if you want to play Center and if you trust him, you trust him, right? It's just that's just the end of the day, right? But at the same time, I don't trust him, right? And if I don't trust him, you guys are, you guys will probably play the center because of me and everything, right? If I don't trust him, I'm gonna give my reason why I don't trust him, right? But even if you do trust him, you must keep in mind that this disables your Valve anti-cheat. So literally, you cannot do anything except play center if you have this anti-cheat installed. That is literally the main issue for me because I play pubs with fans, I play pubs with my friends, I play pubs in general, right? So having this Valve anti-cheat, sometimes when you play center, you sit in 20-minute queue, the game ends, and then you're like, fuck, I'm just gonna play pubs, right? That's 20 minutes, you can't be playing pubs, you can't be playing the game. This right here, disabling Valve anti-cheat might be a fumble, right? Because even if you trust him, most people don't play Left 4 Center like that. Most people just play it a few times and then play pubs, or play pubs then play it. You feel me? Or play pubs as they're waiting in queue. So I think this right here, disabling VAC, is going to be a crazy reason why niggas don't download it, right? And it's going to be it's like 50% of the reason why I won't download it, because if I download it, then I can't play with you guys. So for real, I'm not going to lie, within the next 4 months, depending how this goes, center might just be dead. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to drop this video real quick. I'm gonna let niggas know that the anti-cheat has dropped, even though they probably already knew. You guys probably already do know, but maybe for those who don't play as often or anything. Yeah, but in short, we're just kind of cooks here. We might all have to move to CETA, sadly. And you know what, man? You know what? But you know what, guys? If 4 months pass, right? Like let's say 6 months. Let's say 4 months pass, you're required to use anti-cheat, and then 2 months later, it turns out he's good. I will eat my words. I will eat my words. But until then, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Just wanted to drop this emergency video because shit gets tragic.